Picture this scenario. You're lying in bed, sound asleep. It's 2 in the morning, and your phone starts ringing. Unknown number. You pick up, half awake, and you hear a voice you recognize instantly. Your grandson. But something's wrong. He's crying. "Grandma, it's me, Alex. I'm in so much trouble. I hit someone with my car. They're going to arrest me if I don't pay $50,000 by morning. Please, please don't tell Mom and Dad. I'm so ashamed. You're the only one who can help me." Your heart is pounding. Your hands are shaking. You hear his voice. You hear him crying. Every instinct in your body is screaming to protect your grandson. So you do what any grandparent would do. You get dressed, you go to the bank at sunrise, you withdraw everything, every penny you saved over 40 years, and you send it. Then you call your grandson later that morning. He's confused. He was asleep at home the whole time. Nothing happened. No accident, no arrest, no trouble. But $50,000? Gone. Forever. This exact scenario happens to over 200,000 seniors every single year. And in 2026, it got worse. Scammers now use artificial intelligence to clone your grandson's voice in 3 seconds from a TikTok video. You will not recognize the fake. It sounds exactly like him. But today, I'll show you 3 questions that break the entire scheme. 3 questions that scammers cannot answer, even if the voice is perfect, even if you're panicking. Now, if this has already happened to you, here's what I need you to understand. You're not stupid. You're not naive. You're not gullible. Scammers are professionals. They train for years. They know exactly what to say, exactly when to say it, and exactly how to make you panic so badly that you can't think straight. They call at 2 in the morning because your brain isn't working at full capacity. They say don't tell your parents because if you call anyone, their scheme collapses in 5 seconds. 68% of seniors initially believe these calls. These aren't foolish people. These are retired doctors, teachers, business owners, people who successfully navigated complex careers and raised families. The scam works because it bypasses your logical brain entirely. When someone you love is crying and begging for help, your protective instincts override everything else. That's not a weakness. That's what makes you a good grandparent, and scammers weaponize your goodness against you. But here's what changes everything. Today, you're not just going to learn 3 questions. You're going to become someone who cannot be fooled, someone scammers hang up on, someone who protects their family by being too smart to manipulate. Let me show you how they prepare for these calls, because once you see the machinery in motion, you can never be tricked by it again. First, they go on Facebook. They look at your profile. They see pictures of you with your grandchildren. They see their names in the captions. They see where they go to school, what sports they play, what they're interested in. Then they do something that didn't exist 5 years ago but is everywhere in 2026. They find a 3-second video clip of your grandchild's voice. Maybe it's from TikTok, maybe it's from Instagram, maybe it's from YouTube. And they feed it into an artificial intelligence program that costs exactly $0 and takes less than 1 minute to clone that voice perfectly. Not sort of close, not similar, perfect. So when you answer that phone at 2 in the morning, you're not hearing someone pretending to be your grandson. You're hearing what sounds exactly like your grandson's actual voice, created by a computer. Your brain has no chance of detecting this. None. This isn't about being gullible. Audio forensics experts can't tell the difference. How could you? But here's their weakness. Here's what they cannot fake no matter how good their technology gets. Personal history. They can clone a voice. They can research your family on social media. They can practice their emotional manipulation. But there's one thing they absolutely cannot do. They cannot know memories that only you and your grandchild share. And that's where our 3 questions come in. 3 questions that will stop any scammer in 10 seconds flat. Now, let me walk you through exactly what happens on these calls, step by step, so you can spot the pattern the moment it starts. First, they call at 2 or 3 in the morning. This isn't random. They specifically choose this time because your brain isn't functioning at full capacity. You're disoriented. You're already worried just because someone's calling at this hour. Second, they don't introduce themselves. They let you do it. The voice says, "Grandma, it's me, I'm in trouble." And you, in your panic, you say the name, "Alex?" And the scammer just confirms, "Yes, Grandma, it's me." You identified them. They didn't claim to be your grandson. You told them who they were supposed to be. Later, your brain will remember that you recognized the voice, not that they claimed an identity. Third, they hit you with the crisis, and it's always urgent, always immediate, always a deadline. I hit someone with my car. The police are here. If I don't pay for the damages by morning, they're charging me with hit and run. I'll go to jail for 10 years. Or, I'm in the hospital. I had an accident. I need surgery right now where I could lose my leg. Insurance won't cover it. I need $20,000 in the next 2 hours. Notice the pattern? It's always something a young person would genuinely fear, always time-sensitive, always just within the realm of possibility. Fourth, and this is the most important part, they add the isolation technique. Please don't tell mom and dad. They'll be so disappointed in me. I'm so ashamed. You're the only one I can trust. Can you help me without telling anyone? This prevents you from doing the one thing that would immediately break the scam, calling your grandchild's parents. If you call and say, "Hey, is Alex okay?" the scam is over in 5 seconds. They know this. That's why they specifically, urgently, emotionally beg you not to involve anyone else. Finally, they tell you exactly how to send money, and it's never through normal banking channels where transactions can be traced or reversed. It's always gift cards. Go to Target, buy $5,000 in Google Play cards, send me the codes, or cryptocurrency, or wire transfer to a foreign account, or a courier coming to your house to pick up cash. Once that money leaves your hands in any of these forms, it's gone. There's no bank to call. There's no transaction to reverse. It disappears forever. Now, this is where most people think, well, I would never fall for that. But remember, you're not dealing with logic when you get this call. You're dealing with pure emotion, and that's exactly why you need a system prepared before the call ever comes. Here are your 3 questions. 3 questions that scammers cannot answer. Write these down. Put them next to your phone, because when you're panicking at 2 a.m., you won't remember unless they're written down. Question 1. Ask something that only you and your grandchild would know. Something from their childhood. Something specific and personal. What was the name of your first pet? What did we do on your 8th birthday? What nickname did I give you when you were little? What song did I always sing to you at bedtime? If it's a scammer, they will stumble. They'll try to deflect. Grandma, I don't have time for this. I'm at the police station. They're about to take me to jail. I need help now. But a real grandchild, even in genuine panic, even in actual trouble, will answer this question instantly because it's not something they need to think about. It's a memory. It's automatic. The scammer will either guess wrong or try to make you feel guilty for asking. Don't fall for the guilt trip. This question takes 5 seconds and it will save you $50,000. When you ask this question, you're not being suspicious. You're being smart. You're being the grandparent who loves their family enough to protect both them and yourself. Question 2. Tell them to call you back from their normal phone number right now. Say this exactly. I want to help you, but first, hang up and call me back from your regular number. I'll wait right here. The scammer will have an excuse ready. My phone broke in the accident. I'm calling from the lawyer's phone. The battery died. I'm using a police station phone. And here's your response. Then I'm calling your mother right now so she can help you. I'm hanging up and calling her. Watch what happens. The scammer will hang up immediately because the one thing they cannot allow is you bringing a third person into the conversation. Their entire scheme depends on isolation. A real grandchild in real trouble will either call you back from their number or they'll say, "Yes, call mom. I need all the help I can get." Because people in genuine emergencies want more help, not less. This isn't about distrusting your grandchild. This is about being someone that scammers cannot manipulate, someone who stays calm even under emotional pressure. Question 3, and this one requires preparation starting today. Create a family code word. Call your grandchildren right now, today, before anything happens, and tell them this. If you ever need emergency money from me, use the word pineapple in the first sentence. If I don't hear that exact word, I'm hanging up and calling your parents. No exceptions.
Choose whatever word you want. Make it something random that would never come up in normal conversation. Pineapple, elephant, basketball, doesn't matter. The point is, scammers cannot know this word. They can clone voices, they can research your family on social media, they can manipulate emotions like professionals, but they cannot know a code word you create after they've already gathered their information. This is your bulletproof defense, and it takes 5 minutes to set up. When you create that code word today, you're not being paranoid. You're becoming the type of person who protects their family with preparation, not panic. Now let me tell you 2 real stories that show you the exact difference between having this system and not having it. Margaret, 73 years old, Arizona. Phone rings at 3 in the morning. Perfect AI voice clone of her grandson. He's crying, says he hit someone with his car, needs $80,000 for a lawyer before morning or he's going to prison for 10 years. Margaret doesn't have these 3 questions prepared. She's half asleep. She's panicking. She hears her grandson crying and begging her not to tell his parents because he's so ashamed. So she does what her heart tells her to do. She gets dressed. She goes to the bank at sunrise. She withdraws her entire retirement savings, $80,000 from 40 years of work. She buys cryptocurrency and sends it to an address the scammer provided. Then she calls her grandson that afternoon to check on him. He's confused. He was asleep at home the whole time. Nothing happened. $80,000. Gone forever. Margaret didn't tell her children for 2 years because she was too ashamed. She thought she was stupid for falling for it. She wasn't stupid. She was targeted by professionals. She just didn't have a system ready. Now Robert, 69 years old, Texas. Same call. 2 in the morning. AI voice clone of his granddaughter, crying, saying she's in the hospital after a car accident and needs $50,000 for emergency surgery. But Robert's daughter had sent him an article about these scams. He remembered one piece of advice: ask something personal. So even though he's panicking, even though his hands are shaking, he asks, "What song did I sing to you when you were little?" Pause on the other end. Then the voice changes, gets colder, irritated. "What does that matter? I need money right now. Are you going to help me or not?" Robert hangs up, calls his granddaughter. She's asleep at home, perfectly fine. One question, 5 seconds, saved $50,000. The difference between Margaret and Robert isn't intelligence. It's not experience. It's not luck. It's preparation. Margaret didn't know what to look for. Robert had a system ready, and that system was just 3 questions. Today, you're becoming Robert. You're becoming someone who cannot be fooled, someone scammers hang up on. Now, if this has already happened to you, if you've already sent money, here's what you need to do right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. First, call your bank. The number is on the back of your card. Tell them you became a victim of fraud and you need to attempt to stop or reverse the transaction. If it's been less than 24 hours, there's sometimes a chance. Second, if you sent money through gift cards, call the company immediately. Apple, Google, Amazon, whoever issued the cards. Sometimes they can freeze the account if you act fast enough. Third, file a police report. Yes, the money is probably gone, but you need documentation. This protects you from identity theft later and helps build statistics that fund fraud prevention programs. Fourth, and this is the hardest part, tell your family. I know it's embarrassing. I know you feel foolish, but you're not foolish. You were attacked by professionals using technology that didn't exist 5 years ago. Your children will not judge you. They will be relieved you're okay. And your silence only helps the scammers continue operating. Here's the truth nobody talks about. Smart people fall for this. Successful people fall for this. Careful, skeptical, intelligent people fall for this. Because it's not designed to trick your brain. It's designed to hijack your heart. And there's nothing wrong with having a heart that wants to protect the people you love. The scammers are the criminals here, not you. But from this moment forward, you're not just someone who loves their grandchildren. You're someone who protects them and yourself with 3 questions that scammers cannot answer. So let me leave you with this. Do 3 things today. Not next week, today.
1. Call your grandchildren. Set up a code word. Tell them if they ever need emergency money, they use that word in the first sentence or you're hanging up and calling their parents. Make it a fun thing. Make it a game, but make it real. 2. Write down 3 personal questions that only you and each grandchild would know the answer to. Put that paper next to your phone. When you're panicking at 2 a.m., you won't remember to ask unless it's written down. 3. Share this video with every grandparent you know. Your friends, your neighbors, people at church, everyone. One video can save someone's entire life savings. Write in the comments if you've gotten one of these calls. What did they say? How did you respond? Your story might save someone else. And remember this one thing above everything else. Your grandchild will never, ever call you at 2 in the morning from a strange number begging you not to tell their parents. Never. Not in any real emergency, not under any circumstances. If that happens, it's a scam. Always. You're not just learning 3 questions today. You're becoming someone scammers cannot fool. Someone who protects their family with preparation, not panic. Someone who's too smart to manipulate. And that's who you are now.